Welcome back to Meet Me Israel. This week, the kids' school was going on a trip, and they asked if there were parents who wanted to volunteer to join on the trip. So of course, I jumped at the chance. I love traveling, and I'm always up for exploring new places, communities, and beautiful hikes here in Israel. Who knows what kind of fun adventure we could have on a school trip? So I packed my backpack, and we loaded up on the bus. Once all the students and teachers were aboard the bus, we set out for the Upper Galilee region. We were headed to Nachal Parod, or Prod Stream, which is located close to Meron and a short drive from Tzfat. We parked near Kibbutz Parod, which is right next to the beginning of the hike. Kibbutz Prod is located in the Upper Galilee in northern Israel. It has a population of about 610. We got off the bus and began the hike as we walked past the kibbutz. There are a few ways that you can hike Nachal Parod, some shorter and longer in distance and easier or harder depending on the start point. You can find this hike on Waze, and it's always best to plan ahead and come prepared. It smells so good. It's beautiful here, so lush, so green. This is the perfect time of year to come on these hikes. It's not too hot, and it's just so green, and all the flowers are blooming. Perfect time. In the winter, after the heavy rains, you'll find an almost magical sight of endless water rushing down over the rocks. But since we were doing this hike now in the spring, we knew that we wouldn't experience a heavy flow of water, but hoped for some nice little streams. And we were not disappointed. We continued hiking down the rocks, relishing every minute of the trail. All the students were in good spirits and enjoyed the shady and beautiful trail while chatting with their classmates. As we went on, we learned all about the flora and fauna in the area, but made sure to avoid the nettles, or in Hebrew, serpadim. Even though it has medicinal and healing properties, it can cause irritation and swelling if exposed to the skin. We stopped for a picnic lunch and continued to enjoy the serene and natural surroundings. At this point, the madrichot, or trail guides, who are just young students themselves, volunteered before this trip to plan different activities all along the way of this hike in order to enrich their peers with new learning experiences which encouraged teamwork, cooperation, and problem solving, which in turn improves morale and fosters a positive and inclusive environment for the future. All in all, I was super impressed with these dedicated students. We forged ahead, making sure to keep the students safe and hydrated. The scenery on the trail kept changing, which kept everyone on their toes and engaged. We were also treated to some waterfalls, the last remnants of the winter rains. Oh, look at these caves. As we neared the end of the trail, the views just kept getting more and more spectacular. We even met a family of cows who were out on a trip for themselves. We headed back to the buses, exhausted, but extremely content with all that we had seen, learned, and experienced. Thanks for joining us on Nachal Parod. I'll see you next time.